Welcome to Pivot Masterclass. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to let go of your past so that it doesn't impact your future, even if you have been trying to figure it out or ignoring it for decades. Now, I am the creator of Pivot Masterclass, and some of the things that we go through in Pivot is think. It really is the first step in creating the life that you want, achieving the goals that you want to achieve, and getting to the next level in your career. And obviously, that is a key part of mindset. So, mindset is the programming that we have developed over the years. We gathered it from teachers, parents, friends, internet, influence, and it has become the belief system that we use to make current decisions. That is great if they are productive. Sometimes, though, the mindset can be stuck, and so that it is not productive. And that is what we need to focus on changing, and so that you can reach the next level for where you want to go. When it comes to mindset, a lot of people run from it because they don't want to deal with it. They spend a lot of time trying to figure it out. Lots of people journal, and others just continue to worry about it. The first step is becoming self-aware. Now, sometimes this can turn your entire world upside down. It's not always fun digging through everything that you need to, but when you do it, it actually makes life better than you can even dream. Now, there are a lot of people that push themselves and push themselves and push themselves to get things done, and they push to the breaking point. And one of the reasons that is because of thought patterns, the I have to's. So there's running after the kids, there's cleaning the house, there's the work race, there's, I mean, physical demands, trying to stay healthy, financial concerns, and just overall overwhelm, trying to figure out how to solve problems. And that all comes down to the I have to's of life. What are you telling yourself that you have to do every day that in reality is actually getting you farther away from what you want? Emotion can weigh you down, and it is heavy. Think about fear or the what ifs, the wouldas, the shouldas, the couldas. How much time do you spend on that in a day? How much time could you save if you could eliminate those questions from your mind? I love this quote by Albert Einstein. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. And it is so important to release everything that is not serving you. The challenge is that's not easy. It takes some perspective. Now, I'm sure that you've heard the analogy of the onion before. And if you haven't, and this is new to you, there's the outer layer of the onion. Most people spend a lot of time avoiding it. But once that skin is cut, you get to the first layer. And if you cut the core of an onion, there's going to be some tears. Peeling away everything from the past is like taking away a layer of an onion until you can get to the core. You have to be able to release the things that you've been comfortable with, even when they're uncomfortable. Okay, so maybe you don't even like onions and you don't want to talk about it because maybe you're allergic to it or you just can't stand them. You know, it doesn't matter. If you don't like that spice, change it. I mean, jalapenos can be pretty tough. Chilies are pretty tough, or any spice that you like. If you want to grind it, it's going to take a little bit of effort, right? But the point is to figure mindset out. It does take effort. There is no easy fix. You have to take the time and invest the time in order to work with mindset the same way. Onions and spices are much better when you mix them with other food. So many people don't even get to cutting the first layer off of the onion. They run from it or they worry about it rather than just chopping it up and getting it ready to be used with something absolutely phenomenal. And that is the analogy that I love to use, because once all that stuff is chopped up, you can really enjoy it. It adds flavor to all things amazing. I mean, you can use it in salad, you can create this delicious pizza, you can drink it with a beverage. Life is good. But there is so much more to life than just the onion. There's so much more to life than the past that you've already lived. And there's so much more to life than the patterns that you have formed in your mind that have created the habits that have got you to the life that you're living. The challenge is you have to choose. What is it that you really want? If you love your life 100%, shut off this video and go enjoy it. But if there's something that you want to change, you have to know, what is it that you really want, and why are you choosing the things that are not leading you to where you want to go? Those are the decisions that have to be made in order to help you move forward. Now, in order to do this, it's a habit. So you have to break the habit, and that takes commitment. Life is a journey. You create the map, but the map is created with the habits that you have formed, and the habits are formed with the choices that you make every single day. So what is it that you really, really want? When do you want it? Who do you want to be with when you achieve it? These are all questions that have to be decided. Where do you really want to go? How are your choices impacting your health? It is great to get to a destination, but if you are worn out when you get there and can't enjoy it, what is the point? And what is really weighing you down? When you think about your daily thoughts, what is it that you are truly, truly focused on? Now, in my clinic, I have worked with clients for the past decade, and there is a common denominator that I have noticed with people that are trying to get to the next level and just can't seem to get there. There's usually a fear of failure or a fear of success. And I know that sounds crazy, but everybody has a glass ceiling that needs to be smashed. And I call it next level, next devil. Today, I'm talking about how to work smarter, not harder, and finally have some time for you. Doesn't that sound great? Now, this is for you if there are patterns in your life that you feel you need to stop. You are ready to transform your life. You've been living the same year for many years on repeat. You have brilliant ideas without the desired result that you're after. And you really want to work smarter, not harder, and finally have time for you. We're going to talk about how to add fun into your life without guilt, how to be productive and happy, and the key to living the life you love. The mission is to figure out how to stop feeling like every day is a struggle. And we're going to talk about the must-have habits to live the life you really want. It all starts with turning on the light bulb. You have to think. All solutions begin with an idea. Now, in the program that I created, Think, it's broken down into 3 levels: mindset, feel, and experience. And in mindset, we talk about how to become self-aware, the self-care, the thought patterns, whereas in feel, we really have to dig a little bit further into emotion, how to release them, and how to create a new perspective. Where experience, we make the choices that you really want to make to reach your goals figure out what you have to commit to, and of course, then pivot. Now, if this is resonating with you and appeals to you, you are definitely in the right place. Why should you pay attention to anything that I have to say? Well, learning from an expert, it does save decades and dollars. Now, anybody can go out and buy a Rubik's Cube, but not everyone can solve it. And the easiest way to figure it out is to work with somebody that has already solved the Rubik's Cube, knows how to do it, and can teach you. It's an algorithm. If you're just going by what a Rubik's Cube looks like and the colors and try to match them up, I'm not sure you would ever solve it. So it is so much easier to put together a puzzle with help. And a lot of people stay where they are because it's comfortable. Now, when we're comfortable, we know what to do. We know how to handle the situation because we've done it before. That's why it's comfortable. However, if we do something different, it's change, and change is not comfortable. If it's not comfortable, it creates fear. Now, for that reason alone, comfort and fear cannot coexist. But you can't do something different if you're not willing to change. So change is not comfortable. It creates fear. Therefore, we do have a fear factor that has to be dealt with if you want to make a change. You are where you are today because it's where you choose to be. That was the hardest realization I had, because about a decade ago, I wasn't very happy in the life that I was living. And it was a jagged pill to swallow when I realized that I was where I was, because that is where I chose to be. If you want something different, you only need to make a decision to make a different choice. For change to happen, you have to change. If you can turn impossible into I'm possible with just an apostrophe in a space, what else is possible for you to accomplish? Always remember, it doesn't have to be easy. It just has to be doable. I have had the opportunity to work with many people in my clinic, and Susie was one of them. She says Kalinda has the amazing ability to connect with you and extract emotional barriers that you're carrying with you without even realizing it. Her tenacity to be able to dig deep and help you unleash your inner demons is truly amazing. An ability to connect, make you feel comfortable in conversation, helping you heal without you even noticing it is something I have never experienced before. I am truly grateful for what Kalinda has been able to help me through, and I couldn't recommend her highly enough. I also had the opportunity to work with Rosie in one of my previous programs, and she says, "Dear Kalinda, words cannot express how grateful I am to have had the privilege to meet you and have you as a heart-mending mentor. There are so many people out there who would benefit from this program. It really helps you get down to the root of the clutter that is weighing you down. Once you figure that out, you can focus on eliminating the negative mindset patterns that hold you back from living a peaceful life filled with joy and happiness. You have helped me learn how to get out of the upside down and land sunny side up. I will be forever indebted to your shoulder tapping and perfectly timed nuggets of wisdom and inspiration. Thanks again for being you." Rosie's amazing. Now, some of the things that I have also learned from clients that I have worked with are the 5 steps that support failure. These are the things that most people do wrong that get them where they don't want to go and living life on repeat. They pinch pennies, bleed dollars, and waste decades. It's do-it-yourself syndrome. And I mean, I think we've all been there, right? We don't want to spend money on ourselves. We put ourselves dead last. We spend decades trying to figure out something that somebody could have helped us figure out in a month, 2 months, 3 months. And it really is a waste of time. We've only got limited moments on earth. And so the more time that you can save, the better. The next thing that stops people is fear. And like I said, if there is change, there is going to be fear. That is inevitable. But some people just don't want to get out of the comfort zone, and they choose to continue with life the way that it is rather than make the change and deal with the fear that comes with it. The other thing that I find really interesting, and this caught me up more than once, is sometimes on the path to where you want to go, there are roadblocks and there's challenges, and it usually gets toughest right before the finish line, really tough. And you have to have enough tenacity to push through that. Some people, they stop when things don't go as planned, and you don't know how many steps are in your success path. And it's important to take every step. Distraction. Oh my goodness. How many times have you got up, had a plan, and then had a bunch of interruptions and made it to your pillow without getting everything that you want done? Now, distraction can be a big, big, big problem. And there's three of them that really cause some problems. The first one is your mindset. You can do everything right to the letter. You can follow the steps, follow the recipe, follow whatever you want. If the mindset isn't there, it doesn't work. The next thing is time. Procrastination, not staying committed to your goals, wasting time. And most people think money is their most valuable asset. It's not, it's time. You cannot buy time back. You can't really buy health back either, but time is key. The other thing is love. So relationship, if something is going wrong in a relationship, it can consume a lot of energy and time spent thinking. So it's best to have happy relationships and increase communication to make sure that you focus on loving relationships that serve you, surround yourself with people that make you happy, and let go of all other things. Now, the next problem is uncertainty. If you don't have clarity, you don't know the path that you're going on, it's like trying to go on vacation without buying a ticket. Where are you going? You have to have some sort of a clear destination, some sort of a clear goal before you can get to where you want to go. Lacking an idea, it's like that blank thing. What do you want to do? And it's just blank. And sometimes it takes working with somebody to talk it out, figure it out, and so that you can get an idea. When fear shows up, like it usually does, remember, scary paths lead to amazing places. Just take a deep breath and persist. Now, you have two options. You can take the information that I provided, apply it to your life, and run with it, or you do have an opportunity to work with me. I have had several other things that I have done, but this time I have created a very specific online program. For the first time ever, I am offering the 8-week Pivot Masterclass online. Now, this is my first time doing this. This is not my first time working with this kind of program. So in this 8-week program, you're going to get access to the information I invested over $250,000 to figure out, and a decade of life lessons. I don't want anybody to have to suffer like that. And as an added bonus, I am also going to reveal how I went from overwhelmed to leaving the corporate world at 45 and working from home doing what I love part-time without sacrificing my lifestyle. In fact, my lifestyle improved. I am doing this for testimonials. I already have some testimonials. Here's Desiree. She is from Miami, Florida. And I have also worked with Jesus. He's in Venezuela. And he talks about how a mindset shift helped improve his life. You know, one of the things that I think is really important in doing anything is understanding you just have to keep moving. And one of my revelations of the day was even if I felt flat on my face, I would still be 5 feet, 5 inches closer to my goal. Just get back up. Practice does make perfect, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to keep moving, keep taking action, keep going, and feel that shift. Sometimes it isn't in the action. Sometimes it's just in being. You have to exhibit some discipline in order for me to work with you. Now, why will I not work with everybody? I believe life isn't a test, it's a journey, and it's important to enjoy the adventure. I have to know that the people that I work with are going to get results. I have to know that we're a good fit to work together because, I mean, it takes no effort to sign up for a class. It does take effort to do the work, and you have to be coachable. You have to be willing to put in that effort, because if I'm willing to invest my time, which is my most valuable asset with you, I need to know that it's going to be a good use of your time too. Now, these are the people that I work best with. You have to want less stress in your life. You have to know that mindset, the past, and fear are key components in holding you back. You are really ready to follow your passion. You have a deep desire to expand your business or change careers, and you are maybe ready to leverage your platform. Now, you might not have all of those things, but you have to have at least one of those 5 things. When I work in this new program, each participant is going to receive a 60-minute one-on-one strategy. Each participant is going to receive a 60-minute one-on-one strategy call with me, not somebody else. It's going to be directly with me. You're also going to get a one-on-one VIP Decode Your Emotional Blueprint session. In these sessions alone, when I work with clients, they have reported back to me that saved them a decade in counseling. We calculated it out one time, and one person would have paid $30,000 in counseling and saved that time and that money in one 60-minute session. You're also going to get access to weekly training calls to keep you on track, accountable, and of course, ask some questions and get some answers. Now, the 8-week class is going to give you 1 strategy session, 1 live Decode Your Emotional Blueprint session. I'm going to be sending you $250 bonuses that are shipped directly to you. Those will only be for the people that I accept into the program. And you are going to have access to the weekly calls. Usually this program would be valued at $35,000. Now, I'm not charging $20,000 for the program. I'm not charging $10,000 for the program. I'm not charging $5,000 for the program. For 8 weeks working with me live. These are not recorded calls. These are live. They're limited to 25 participants per class because I want to be able to work directly with you. In this 8 weeks, each person is going to spend 2 hours of one-on-one time with me, plus 8 weeks of calls you're going to have. And we really want to focus on those results. So to get access to all of that is going to be $2,497. The reason I'm giving this to you at such a deep discount is because this is the first time I've ever coached online. I've done it a decade in my private clinic, but online. And the only thing that I ask in return for that discount is when you get results, you'd be willing to provide a video testimonial. Why would I do that for testimonials? What I do is so different. It's hard to explain. If you can explain it in your words, it helps more people. And when I was sick, I was super sick in 2009. I almost died in 2010. Anxiety almost killed me. I beat anxiety and panic disorders in 2012, and I couldn't find anybody to help me. I would have gladly paid whatever. I would have paid the 35 grand if I knew that somebody could help me with the mindset back then, because it was devastating. And obviously, it's not a quick fix. Anxiety and panic disorder is intense, but one of the things that I kept on running up against was, this is as good as it gets. And it drives me nuts. People being told this is as good as it gets is not good enough. And so I have made it my mission to turn my wounds into wisdom, like Oprah had said, and really start to share the information I had, and so that it can help more people and really help people achieve their dreams, their goals, and without all the extra weight. And I'm not talking physical weight, although that could be a side effect of the program. You may lose emotional eating weight. It's just being able to have the tools that you need to really gain that extra edge and get to the next level. We just have one small obstacle, and I don't work with everyone. So in order to qualify for the program, you actually have to book a complimentary qualification call. I don't charge for these calls. I just want to make sure that it's a good fit. And in order to book one of those calls, you can go to yourlife.live/your-call. There's a booking calendar in there. I believe you have to choose the time zone, and then it leads you through the process. There is a questionnaire that you have to fill out, and that way I get to know a little bit about you, so that our time together is going to be productive. Again, that link is yourlife.live/your-call. And anyone that registers for the course, if you qualify and you are registered 1 week prior to the class beginning, you're going to get a bonus Decode Your Emotional Blueprint session. I will give you the extra code for that, and so that you can schedule it at a time that works for you within the 8 weeks. Now, again, those that I am going to work with, you're going to get a bonus gift valued at over $250. It's going to be shipped directly to your door, and there is a guarantee that I offer. Now, you do get a money back guarantee within 30 days, providing that you can confirm that all work has been completed and implemented, or you have the option of getting free enrollment into the next classes until you get the agreed results. Because sometimes mindset can be tricky and it takes a little bit of extra work, and I am aware of that. So the most important thing is that you get results, and if it's not working with me, if we made a mistake, I don't want to waste my time or yours, and so I'm happy to give you your money back. Again, to book a complimentary qualification call with me, it's yourlife.live/your-call. Thank you for attending today. I appreciate the time that we're spending together. And for full details about the program or to book your qualification call, just visit www.calindatrifo.com/pivot masterclass. Thanks again for watching.